All right, folks, let's take a look at what we got going on with our ranch house. We got all the exterior walls done, all the trusses done, and now we're going to look into doing some interior walls. Now, the interior walls are going to be partitions. That means they're not load bearing because the trusses are designed to hold all of the weight of the roof and everything so that it doesn't need to be supported from underneath. So technically you could have a big old empty house in here, so most of the time their partitions exist for privacy reasons or to block off certain areas. You don't want a bathroom out there in the open, right? So we have partitions to separate parts of the house. Now, sometimes trusses are supported like in the middle where there will be a wall, part of a hallway and other rooms that goes down the middle of the house that helps support that. But a lot of the times it really is just open and can be made in any way because those walls, again, do not support a load. Now, that said, that also means that doorways and things don't really need headers. Now, we're going to make ours with headers just because it's a little easier and I don't have to have you making tons more different boards. So we'll continue to do it that way. Now, somewhere in here, I have something you don't have. I did this so that I can start looking at interior dimensions and those walls and what they're going to look like. So here's kind of what I think we're going to start with this laundry room, and we'll build this in here because it's a fairly easy one to make. There's one door right over here, and we'll make that door really close to the end. And there's one 106 butt wall in the middle. So let's go ahead and get started with that. So let's go to where we have our studs. And so somewhere in here is, we can find it, studs. So we already have our main stud. Actually, we're going to go to plates. My bad. Let's look at somewhere in here are plates and sills. There they are. All right, let's open up plates and sills. And we had made a bunch of just general plates here. We need to make a couple of more. Now we made some garage plates. These are the house plates. We can come expand this if we need more. In fact, you can kind of do this however you want to do it. So I'm going to close this window. Somewhere in here in sketch 1, I made a pattern. So I'm going to go back to sketch 1. I'm just going to make a whole bunch more of these. Now, right now, I have 5 of them going horizontally. See that pattern? I'm going to go in here and just change that to 12. More is fine. So then when we've got that sketch 1 is turned on, I got a whole bunch more that I can use. All right, now we need if I remember right, it was 68 and 104. I'm going to go, let me check that again just to make sure. Sorry, you have to listen to me do this. You're going, I remember, Mr. Clapp. Why can't you remember? Where was I? There it is. All tests. Let me look at that again. 68,106. See, I'm glad I remember. So I'm going to write that down. 68,106. Okay, good. I would have messed that up. All right. Good. Going to go back to the house. Main house assembly. Sorry, no, I'm not. I'm going to go back to my studs. No. All right. We're having a rough day. That's okay. Go back to my plates and sills. There we go. All right. Now I've already got a bunch of extra going. So here we go. I'm going to extrude. I'll start kind of out here somewhere and working my way back in. Flip it, and we needed a 68. And we need another extrusion down here. Then going the other way to 106. All right. I am going to call that one plate 68. I'm going to call the next one plate. That box on plate 106. As always, we will select both of them and edit the appearance to make them my usual, whatever your usual color is for that. So now we've got our plates ready to go. Now there's going to be 3 different walls for this. We as always going to have double top plates. Now in the real world, we wouldn't need a double top plate. We would change the length of the stud, but that requires more in the virtual world actually than in the real world. So we won't worry about that. All right, let's go ahead and let's frame this whole thing up in one part studio or in one assembly so that we can just put that in as one thing. So we'll build that whole wall section as one deal. All right, so we'll start a new assembly. Insert. Let's start with that 106 wall. So we're going to scroll our way down to plates and sills. Let's expand that. And we're going to put in a plate 106. And let's go ahead and put all 3 of them in. So we're going to need a double top plate 6, plate 106. All right. And I am going to take all 3 of these and rotate them so that they're kind of sitting flat like that. And then I'm going to rotate them so that they're sort of sitting in this orientation where the front of the view cube is like so. All right, we're going to put in some studs. Now this is a butt wall, and I need to remember it's a butt wall. You watch me, I'm going to forget by the time I put those things in there. But we're going to insert. Let's go ahead and scroll our way to studs. And I need a stud 92. That is what we use for the house. That's what we're going to use for interior and exterior walls. Let's go ahead and put 2 of them in here because we're going to pattern the other one. No, let's put 3 in here. So we'll do the ends and then we'll worry about the pattern. All right, so if you recall, we're going to put one on the end, fast mate. Let's do the corner. I'm going to go really fast. You guys know what you're doing. Boom. And boom. Boom. Might need to flip it. Yes. Flip it. Oh, and rotate it and flip it. There we go. All right, good. Now we're going to need another one where the middle, let's do another fasten mate, where the middle of that board connects to the outside corner there, but we got to flip it. I don't know why I'm having problems with. Okay, and then we're going to offset that along the, for me, it's the x-axis, 16 inches. And if it doesn't go the right way, of course, you put it in as negative. Good. All right. Let's go ahead and put our top plate on. And put our other top plate on. And put our other side, our other stud on. Notice I'm not telling you exactly where to put things because you should be able to figure that out by now. Good. All right. So now we're going to pattern this stud. We've done this before. This wall is solid. There's nothing in it. So we're going to find that stud, that second one in your browser, click on it, and we're going to make a linear pattern out of it. We already chose that one, chose the direction we want to go. And we're going to go 16 inches. Whoops, somehow I didn't choose direction. I don't think I clicked on it. 16 inches. And we will highlight and roll until we have as many as we need. I got to flip the direction though. Whoa. Oh, it's moving the plate. Oh, that is really interesting. I somehow selected the plate along with it. Oh, look at that. I don't know how I got that. Okay, you probably didn't. So let me try that again. And you just keep going until you have all of them there and not too many. Okay, good. And there is our wall. Now let's make the wall that does not have the door in it. We will insert plates and sills. A couple of 68s. And again, I'm going to take, oh, I need one more for the top, double top plate. Plates and sills, plate 68. There. To make it easy on ourselves. Now this time I'm only going to flip them the one way because I just want them to be like that. Okay. All right. Now, this is going to be a little tricky because I need to connect this to that. So fasten mate, I'm going to go bottom corner because this is going to be 90 degrees. Come on, there we go. To this, there we go. That is what I want. Okay, now this is a by wall, whereas the other one was a butt wall. And I didn't do it the right way. Okay, guys, I'm going to go back and fix that in just a second. I told you I'd forget. All right, there we go. You know, this is what happens when you get old. Your memory starts failing you. All right, let's go back. I'm going to go back to that linear pattern. Double click on it. Okay. Actually, I'll just change that first one. I just need to change that first stud's location. Find its fastened mate. There it is. So if you hover over it, it was that. For me, it might have been different for you, but it's that one right there. I'm going to double click it. And that offset is going to be 16 minus the 3.5 that I didn't account for before for that other wall. Now, once I click check, it will all update. And that other one, if we did another pattern, would be outside anyway. All right, good. We fixed that. Whew. All right, now I need to put in some studs over here. Again, we are going to need 3 of them. Let's insert studs. We're going to need 92s. 1, 2, 3. Don't get them mixed up with the other 68s that we've got, although they're short enough. Click, click, click. These are going to rotate up and rotate that way. There we go. All right. First one is going to be installed. Whoops, I didn't mean to do the middle. No, let's try that again. I meant to do that edge along with that edge. Good. And now I'm going to go ahead and put my plates on. I may have a test sometime where I say, hey, here's the wall that needs to be built. You build it, because you should have the skills at this point to be able to do that. I really wish it wouldn't do that and move things around. You know what I need to do, and I forgot to tell you guys this, but you should know anyway that I'm kind of messing this up. One of the first things that we have in here, like that one, I should fix in place so that other things don't move around. That might have been the problem before. All right, let me try that again. There we go. Much better. And finally, this one. All right, and we will put a stud at the end. Good. And our normal deal. Now, this is a bi-wall, so I can't mess up on this one like I seem to do all the time. Let's go middle of this stud to end of that. And we're going to offset along the x-axis. This time it looks like it's going to have to be negative. Let's put in 16. Yep. So it was going the wrong way, so I have to do negative 16. There we go. And finally, we take this guy and make a linear pattern out of it. Direction we want to go. And going to have to flip it, I think. Distance is 16. Number of instances, probably 4. Yes, 4. And it's okay that it has that little guy. Now, we're going to use this on the other side. It's kind of nice that it has these two close to each other because we'll use that on the other side for where the door is going to start. So we'll actually start from the other side on the other wall. All right. We are looking pretty good. Now we can probably try some fancy mirroring and stuff to get that over to the other side, but I think it would be just as easy for us to put in the pieces. So let's go ahead and insert our 68-inch plates. Plate 68. We're going to need 3 of those. 1 and 2 and a 3. All right. If you know who Laura Swelk is, raise your hand. No hands being raised. All right. I'm going to flip those because I feel like it. All right. So they're kind of the way I want them to go. Let's install. And actually, I might install them all first. I think I'll do that way this time. Is I can go ahead and install all the plates now. So I'm going to do that since I've got a way I can get that done. And since that wall is there, here we go. Bottom plate. Let's go ahead and do the top plate. Actually, I need to go bottom here. And bottom there. Did I do that right? Yes. All right. And the last one. Bottom there. And that. All right. Good. All right. So now we're going to put in our 3 plates that we've been doing. Here we go. Same as the other side. Let's insert from our studs. We need 3 92s. Good. Let's flip them up and flip them around. You don't have to be 90 degrees, but it just kind of helps things be square. All right, let's install those 3 the same as we've done before. You know what you're doing. All right, excellent. Now, this one, instead of going left to right, we're going to go right to left. So, so we're going to connect the middle of the board. We're going to come over here to the outside corner. And this time it looks like we're going to go offset of a -16. Let's see how that looks. Yes. So again, yours might be positive. It might not be the exact same way mine is. You have to figure that out. And now this time we need to figure out how many more I need because we're putting a 36-inch door. That might be it. So let's find out what the distance between this point and that point is. I'm going to move myself out of the way. 49.5, and the door frame is 30. So that's actually going to work out okay. Except we still need that other piece in the middle or on the end. So we are still going to have to put that pattern in and suppress a couple of them. So let's do that. Let's click on that, make a linear pattern. The direction we want to go, we'll probably have to flip it. Looks like it. I'm going to go every 16 inches. 156, yikes. Every 16 inches, and I'm going to need however many there are. 4 of them. Now, in that pattern, over here in the browser, we're going to extend that pattern. We're going to get rid of those middle 2. So it's actually these 2 right here we're going to suppress. There we go. So you really only are going to have 1 stud here and those 2 other ones that mirror on the same as the other side. And here's where the door is going to come in. Did I mess that up? Hold on, folks. When I mess up, you messed up. So I think I messed up. Let me look at my house plan and see if I accidentally mirrored that. I think the door is I think the door is supposed to be here. I messed that up, folks. Sorry. I can go back and remake this video, but I ain't gonna, because we're about, let's see where we are. 22 minutes. That's all right. The last thing we'll do is fix it. All right. I'm pretty sure that door, let me open this. Oops, wall test, come on. And yeah, I put the door close to the wall. I'm blocking the countertops. Darn it. Okay, sorry guys. But when I mess up, you messed up, and I messed up. So I'm going to get back to what I was working on. Now I haven't named that assembly yet, so it's probably just called assembly 1. There it is. I better rename that now. So let's get to that tab, right click. Let's rename it as laundry walls. Laundry room. All right, guys, I apologize, but we're going to have to fix it. So I messed that up. Let's delete the linear pattern. Now we don't need to delete that stud or that stud, but I will delete that stud. All right, so leave the ones on the end and delete the other stud. All right, so it's not too bad. Let's insert our stud. My apologies to those of you that are yelling at me going, Mr. Klatt, you're messing that up. That's not where the door goes, if you were figuring that out. Now imagine if you built this really in the house. This is where you got to have more than one person looking at things, because that would be something that would be really difficult to fix. All right, let's install that. And we are working from left to right. All right, going offset on the X. Looks like it's negative direction for me, -16. There we go. And now we're going to click on that and say I want to make a linear pattern out of it. The direction is going to be that way. and every 16 inches. I happen to be going the right way. I don't need to flip it, and there will be 4 of them. All right. Good. We've got this working. Now let's go to our linear pattern. Let's find those 2 that are in from this point, that one and that one, and we're going to suppress those. So that one and that one. Okay, I click suppress. And finally, we're going to now insert a subassembly, which is we're going to insert an assembly into the assembly. So we're going to find the 36 door frame. There it is. Bring it in. All right. Don't forget we need to group it. Group that 36-inch door frame. Good. Now it won't move around on us. I'm going to flip it up. Now it's going to go, there's a king stud on this side I can see, so I need to flip it around because I need this stud to be the king stud. So we're going to go to the side that does not have a king stud. Whoops, I'm doing the wrong way. Let me just undo that. What I meant to do was do this, I think. There we go. So this is the side that does not have the king stud, and it is going to go fasten down there, down here, and we have our 36-inch door. Nice. Now, last thing we're going to do is we're going to install that puppy into the house. So what is going to be a little bit difficult this time is having a place to connect it. So I think I'm going to do a little measuring. I'm going to pause this video and measure, and then I'll let you know where to put things. All right, I got it, but first we need to turn off some stuff so we can see a little bit better. So just kind of scroll down so that you can see some things. And we're going to basically, I think I can go back to, starting at the patio frame, I'm going to click here and then hold down the shift key. No, that's not going to work. I'm just going to start at patio frame. Actually, the frames can stay there. I'm going to start with trusses, start turning off the visibility of some of these things so that I can see them. All right, that's good enough. So as long as we can see into the house, now we're going to be ready to go. All right, so here's how this is going to work. Once you're trusted, we're going to zoom way in. We're going to zoom in to the 2. See these 2 studs on the doorway? Now watch carefully where I'm going. I'm zooming in. I'm going to go to this outside board on the outside and go to that outside corner. Okay, so again, look at where I put it. Here's the door opening. I'm coming down into the inside of the house, and that's where one of them is going to be. Actually, I'm sorry. I need to put in the, I need to bring in our wall first. So we're going to insert, go to assemblies, find that laundry walls. Okay. Bring it on in. Click. Do not forget that we need to group it. So up here, we're going to hit group and group laundry walls. Good. Now I can move it around. In fact, I'm going to take it and kind of move it so it's sort of in the same orientation as it's going to sit. All right. All right. Now watch again. Here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to zoom way in. I'm going to put a connector where I was talking about before, right there, with the blue axis facing away from. Well, then I'm going to flip around. I'm going to come over to here. And this time I'm going to do this corner, watch carefully again to where I'm putting it. I'm putting it right here. Okay. Zoom in, zoom out, right there. Okay. Now let's zoom to where I can see it. Remember, you can also say zoom to fit. Let's look at that. Oh, that is a thing of beauty. We got a door there and a door there. All right, that looks fantastic. Let's go to where I can see your name and that wall installed and take a picture of that. And congratulations, you have your first interior walls. And we have a laundry room. All right, nice job. See you next time.